Many years ago, I heard a quote by Jim Rohn that has forever changed my life. And that quote is, "Profits are better than wages." This is how one video made me over $1 million with my at-home vegan business. And my goal with today's training is to reverse engineer exactly what I did to make that money so that you can replicate this system yourself and use it to make at least $10,000 every month with your own at-home vegan business.
I managed to work with Ted, launch my masterclass, launch my course in just over a month, which is insane. It's better than the results I even thought I would get.
So why am I offering this free training? Well, around this video right now, there's a link for you to book a call to speak with me or someone on my team about helping you start your own online vegan business and grow it to that $10,000 a month level using all of the strategies outlined in this video. And as much as I do hope you book that call so we can chat, even if you don't, I can still go to bed happy knowing I at least gave you the strategies that you can implement on your own to build $1 million vegan business. Because 11 years ago, when I first became vegan, I was always either broke or in debt. And although it felt unrealistic to me at the time, I knew that one day I'd figure out a way to make a full-time income with part-time hours online. I just didn't know how. But I swore that when I do figure it out, I'd share my secrets with other vegans so they can do it too. So over the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna show you how to get crystal clear and fall in love with your $1 million idea before going all in with it, how to create a simple yet 5-star rated, highly profitable digital product in less than 1 day, and where to start getting paying customers in the next 48 hours without being salesy, spending all day on social media, or needing a huge following. So if you're ready to make some money online as a vegan, let's jump into it. Step 1. How to get crystal clear and fall in love with your $1 million idea before going all in with it. For the longest time, I knew I wanted to start my own online vegan business, but I had no idea what to actually offer. I just felt so stuck every time I tried to do it. Just didn't know where to begin, didn't know what I'd sell, didn't know what to offer, no idea how to do it. So I kept putting it off and off and off. And procrastination really became the theme of my life. Eventually, I procrastinated so much that I ended up sleeping on the floor of my friend's apartment because I couldn't even pay my rent. Then one night, while out for a drive, I had a revelation. If I don't get focused on what to offer now, then the youngest and best years of my life will be gone forever, and I'll only be able to look back with regret. I declared right then and there to stop wasting my life away on social media and figure out what to offer once and for all. Then my phone buzzed, distracting me once again. And when I looked down at my phone and then back up at my face, I saw an internet addict who was missing out on life because he wasn't clear on what to offer. And it hit me. If I was going to get clear on my offer so that I could succeed with living the life of my dreams and having absolute freedom with my own business and no financial stress ever again, I was going to need to check myself in. And this is when I came across the video that made me $1 million. It was a video that sold me on the idea of doing a dopamine fast, a complete mental reset. The video explained how a dopamine fast is perfect for internet addicts who need to get their life back together. It taught me that to get the most out of the fast and to get the best results, I would need to abstain from any internet, music, food, masturbation, and friends for an extended period of time so that I could heal my mind and become clear mentally again. The only things that I would be allowed to do on this fast were to brainstorm in my notebook, drink water, meditate, and sleep. The idea of isolating myself for 7 days to get clear on my offer sounded like it would work. I just didn't think I could do it, and I was afraid if I did, I might go insane. But what other choice did I have? Work for someone else and get told what to do for the rest of my life? There was no way. So I called up my parents and gave away my laptop and phone to my friends. And I told them, hey, just calling to say that I'm going to be unreachable for the next 7 days, so see you in about a week's time. And it was during this intense 7-day dopamine fast that I experienced a state of mental clarity like none other. My full thought power was now activated. And when I got to work, brainstorming what to offer, my mind instinctively began thinking about all the courses I had bought in the past. And I figured, well, since I don't really know what to offer myself, maybe I should just make a similar course as the ones I've bought, because clearly they've been proven to sell. That's why I bought them. And right then and there, I went from thinking of what I wanted to offer to thinking of what others were already buying. Now this shift from thinking about myself and what I wanted to offer to thinking about others and what they were already buying changed everything for me. And it quickly dawned on me that there were only 3 categories of courses and coaching that people actually buy online. And I call these the big 3. Now, the reason the big 3 sell so well is because they fulfill primal human needs. Just like people in real life will always have a need for food, water, and shelter, and will keep buying these things until the day they die. Well, people on the internet also have a need for the big 3 and will keep buying these until the day they die. The first category of courses and coaching programs that sells really, really well all the time is anything to do with helping people achieve and attain a more beautiful body. The second category of coaching and courses that always sells really, really well is anything to do with helping people create a more beautiful bank account. And the third category of courses and coaching that sells really, really well is anything to do with helping people have more beautiful relationships in their life. With my newfound clarity on the big 3, all I had to do now is just choose one of the categories to create my course in. Now, although I didn't have big muscles or crazy six-pack or even a certificate of any kind, and although most would consider me unqualified to teach this, I really wanted to help people create a more beautiful body with a 30-day raw food challenge course. Now, finally, for the first time in my life, I was fully clear and in alignment with what I wanted to offer and what I knew was going to sell really well. I ended the dopamine fast really excited to get to work on this and get off the floor of my friend's apartment and actually start living my dream life. But there was still one big problem. I had no idea how to actually create this course and put it together. Step 2. How to create a simple yet 5-star rated, highly profitable digital product in less than 1 day. You see, I love the idea of having something epic as a product, something I could be proud of, but I wasn't sure how to actually structure it so people would be satisfied when they bought it. And since I mistakenly thought it would take a lot of work and tons of time to put this all together, well, I just put it off and off and off again. But before I let procrastination totally take over, I remembered the revelation I had earlier. If I don't get focused now, then the youngest and best years of my life will be gone forever. And I'll only be able to look back with regret. So I got to work and I started outlining all my ideas for the course on paper. Just writing out all the frequently asked questions I saw people posting in the Facebook groups, things that I knew people wanted to know. I then filmed the videos answering all of those frequently asked questions. Then I figured as people watch these videos, they're probably going to have some questions for me. So I just added a Zoom link for a weekly Q&A call. Then I thought on these Zoom calls, people are probably going to meet one another and will want to stay connected somehow. So I added a Facebook group for community. My deliverables for this course were simple. I had a Facebook group, I had a Zoom link, and I had some videos. That's it. Putting this course together took me less than a day and it felt absolutely effortless because it was on a topic that I actually love talking about. Now that I had everything set up, I just needed to get clients. But I really didn't want to be salesy about it. Step 3. Where to start getting paying customers in the next 48 hours without being salesy, spending all day on social media, or needing a huge following. Now, by this point, I'm clear on my offer and I've built my coaching program. Now, all that's left is figuring out how to get people to buy it. If I could figure that out, I'd be set for life and I wouldn't need a job ever again. But as much as I didn't want a job, I also didn't want to be someone I wasn't. And feeling like a sleazy used car salesman, just pushing my products on people, it didn't feel right to me. I really just wanted to make all of my sales in a way that felt authentic and not pushy or salesy at all. Then one day, I'm at the farmer's market and I see two apple stalls right next to each other, both selling organic apples. But one of the stalls had 10 times more people at it. And since I was trying to figure out how to sell my 30-day raw food challenge program, well, I wanted to find out what this guy was doing to attract all these customers. I thought there might be a chance that I could use this technique that he's using, but online. So I walk up closer and check out what he's doing. And what I saw, I will never forget. He had a sign out front saying free apples. And if you loved how his free apples tasted, you could buy a whole box at a discount. So I tasted an apple and I was like, damn, this is really good. I'll definitely take a box. Then I was like, wait a minute, this is genius. The taste test technique, when you combine a free sample of something that you know people like with a limited time discount on a larger order. In that moment, everything clicked. I ran home and immediately began working on building my own taste test. I created a 3-page guide and called it The 7 Secrets to Raw Food Success. I figured if people love this free guide, then they can then buy my 30-day raw food challenge program on the next page. And because it answered the 7 top frequently asked questions I saw everybody asking in Facebook groups, I knew everyone would find it super helpful. With my free guide now ready to go, I was able to finally begin promoting. I began to find people in Facebook groups who were asking for help with the raw food diet, and then sending them a DM asking them if it was cool if I send them my free guide. And it wasn't long before something magical happened. They would love the guide and then, just like I'd hoped, would sign up for my 30-day raw food challenge program on the next page. Ding, ding, ding. One after the other, my phone kept dinging with notifications of sales. I had officially cracked the code to making money online using this simple system, the taste test technique. And in an instant, I went from being fearful of the idea of posting to loving it. Finally, I had figured out a way to get paying customers online just by giving away free products as taste testers. With my business now profitable, I jumped in the lake, laid on my back, closed my eyes, and felt the absolute freedom that only comes from never needing a job again. I was now able to leave my friend's apartment and move into my dream house right by the lake and buy my dream car, a Tesla Model 3. But more important than the house or the car, I started loving my day-to-day life. I can now go on adventures around the world, eat the highest quality fruit money can buy, and really take good care of my health by sleeping in without an alarm clock, actually enjoying my mornings in peace, and working out in my home gym before jumping in the lake with my best friends and then walking into the steam room and sauna at the spa. After a few months of being my own boss and putting full focus on refining what I was doing, my income exploded. In 2018, I went on to make just shy of $100,000. And then, with more and more refining of the system, I went on to make $100,000 in just a month. Now, working from a laptop with the ability to make a full-time income with feet in the sand and sun on the skin may seem unrealistic for some people. And that's completely understandable because it felt completely unrealistic for me too, which is actually what made it exciting enough for me to go after it and try it. But I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the freedom I now have on a day-to-day basis was worth the effort. Now, I know we've covered a lot here today, and you might be thinking, well, damn, that was cool, but what now? Well, how would you like me to help you put everything you just learned into action? Inside of my business right now, we're looking for a few vegan dream students that we can bring in $10,000 a month for. And by we, I mean me and our other head coach, Lissa Maris. And if you fit the criteria of our dream client, we'll personally work with you multiple times a week to help you create that $10,000 a month at-home vegan business. And you won't have to pay anything out of pocket either, because first, we'll create a freedom plan for you. This is where we'll map out exactly what you can do over the next 90 days to create a $10,000 a month at-home vegan business with what you're most passionate about. Now, there's no charge for this freedom planning session, and it only takes about 45 minutes for us to do together. On the call, we'll go over your offer, how to position yourself, and your audience growth strategy. And of course, how to keep making sales consistently so you can hit at least $10,000 a month within your first 90 days. At the end of this initial freedom planning session, one of two things might happen. First is you'll love the plan and decide to implement it on your own. If this happens, then we'll wish you the best of luck and just ask that you keep in touch and let us know how you're doing. Second thing that might happen is you'll love the plan and will want to hire us to personally help you implement everything and get you profitable as soon as possible. Now, think about this. If you knew you would make your entire investment back in 90 days or less, would it help if there was not only a team of people who could help you put this all together, but could literally hand it to you 95% complete and finished? Because if you work with us, all of your tech is taken care of for you. All of your funnels are pre-built, all of your emails are pre-written, and all of your product templates are pre-made and ready to launch, instantly saving you weeks, if not months, of time and unnecessary effort. And if you book your call and speak with either myself or someone in my office before June 28th, 2021, you're eligible for a 40% off discount on all of our coaching services. Plus, when you work with us, you're backed by our 90-day investment back guarantee, meaning we'll only bring you on and work with you as a client if we're 100% confident that we can make your entire investment back in 90 days or less, or we keep working with you for free until you do. And the reason we're able to make an offer like that is because we only work with our dream clients, meaning clients that we know we can get great results for. This is our dream client criteria. Number 1, you're vegan. Number 2, you're between the ages of 15 and 55. Number 3, you can read, write, and speak English. And if you have an accent, that's totally okay. Number 4, you really feel like you have something to offer that can really help people. Number 5, you have at least 3 hours per day to put into this. Number 6, you're happy to show your face on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook in photos and video. And number 7, you're wanting to sell digital products like ebooks, courses, and coaching programs, and not necessarily just physical products like merchandise or supplements. And just to be clear, this is not a course where you're on your own and have to fend for yourself. This is an individualized, step-by-step coaching program where we actually take the time to work with you every day to ensure that you're making progress and making sales. And in our coaching program, we're gonna help you with your offer, your social media, your ads, your tech, your customer support, your focus, your sales, everything. So if you would like professional hand-holding help for creating your own $10,000 a month at-home vegan business, here's what to do. Just hop on a call with myself or someone in my office, and we'll go over your situation. We'll take a look at where you're at right now, what it is that you're wanting to do, and what might be slowing you down at the moment. And then once we have the lay of the land, we'll then show you step by step what we would do next if we were in your position. And after working with hundreds of vegan students, we have the data to show us which steps are always going to be the most profitable. That way, if you do decide to work with us, you'll be clear in advance on what it's like being one of our students. And if you don't decide to work with us, that's totally fine. You'll still get a ton of value out of the call from a clarity perspective. So to book your 90-day freedom plan call, just click the button around this video or visit coursecreatorcall.com and complete the steps. First, you'll see a survey, and after filling out the survey, you'll receive an email with a lot more information about our program, including a virtual tour and other students' experiences. Next, you'll be able to book a spot on our calendar, and finally, you'll be able to hop on a call with either myself or someone in my office. And don't worry, these are not sales calls, and there's no obligation to buy anything on the call. In fact, we won't even offer you anything on the call that you don't explicitly ask for. So even if you're not in a position to sign up right away, there's no biggie. Because only if we both feel 100% confident in working together, we'll get you on a second call to talk about getting you enrolled. And once you're in, we'll begin working together multiple times a week to keep you making progress every day of the week.
Hi, my name is Sheila Madavi, also known as Food Over Drugs. I've been working with Ted for about a year. Now, before I was working with him, I doubted myself. I thought super small and I didn't even have a product or anything to sell. I barely even had a website. After working with Ted, we were able to identify what my product is to sell and how to sell it. We developed it together. I created a website with him. I literally ended up launching my business since then, made thousands of dollars, and was able to actually leave my job to start working for myself full time. I thank Ted for the launch of my own business. Now, if you're thinking of working with Ted, I say go for it. You literally have nothing to lose. This man will support you. He is a pro at getting you to launch your own business and figuring out how you can get sales from what you love doing.
So if this is something that you want to do, just be sure to book your call and speak with either myself or someone in my office before the cutoff date. And we'll be able to help you find the right coaching package that makes sense for your situation without breaking the bank.
I started working with Ted on the 21st of October. Today's date is the 17th of November, so it hasn't even been a month yet. Let's rewind back to the 21st of October. I was so skeptical because he's actually based in Canada and I'm in the UK, so I was like, how is this going to work? But we make it work, and he wakes up so early, which is really helpful. And then at that point, back in October, I knew what I wanted to offer. I had a bit of a following, but I had no structure. I had no idea how to kind of make my course, or I just didn't know how to get there, but I knew what I wanted to do. And he's honestly given me that structure, that focus, that motivation. He's given me everything, even all the tech stuff I would have never been able to figure out myself. So, and on the 11th of November, which is 6 days ago, I launched my masterclass to my following, and I made just under £3,000 in sales. £3,000, and my course is going live 28th of November, which means I managed to work with Ted, launch my masterclass, launch my course in just over a month, which is insane. It's better than the results I even thought I would get. So my point of the story is, if you're ever second guessing about working with Ted, even if you're not in the same time zone, don't. He will help you. He's super helpful. He's a great guy, so friendly, someone you would want to work with. So yeah, definitely do work with him. Make that chance, take that risk even. Well, it's not really risky, but honestly, it's the best investment I've ever made. And yeah, thank you, Ted.
And the reason we are able to provide a 90-day investment back guarantee is because we only work with students and clients who we know we can get good results for. And the only way to find out if we're going to be able to get you good results is to get on a call with us. So if you want to find out if we can get you results, then just go ahead and book that call right now at coursecreatorcall.com, just like Daniel did.
Hi, I'm Daniel Bissonette. I'm an award-winning international speaker, or at least I was. But then COVID-19 hit, and this is where I struggled because I didn't know how to market online, so I wasn't able to sell coaching programs. I wasn't able to help other people or reach a new audience. I tried to put together my own webinar, but I just wasn't going anywhere. I was doubting myself. I didn't think my writing was good enough. I didn't really know how to set up an automated system. I didn't know how to set up the automated email system or drive traffic to a webinar. I needed some guidance. And then I came across Ted Carr and Course Creator Academy. And this is where I made the decision to gather up the money I had saved and invest it in myself. And it was the best decision I have ever made. Course Creator Academy was phenomenal. And after entering the course, in just 4 weeks, I had my webinar. It saved me so much time because the templates that were 95% done for you allowed me to create my webinar super easy. I barely had to do any thinking because it just guided you through the whole process. Super, super effective. I honestly loved the process of creating my webinar with these templates. And if I ever doubted myself, there was always Ted there to support you. Every Wednesday, he would review my work to make sure it was good. And that was so valuable. Now, my webinar's been up and running for just 5 days. And like I said, I've already made my first sale. And I'm excited for the sales that are to come. Now, if you're thinking of working with Ted or signing up for Course Creator Academy, I highly recommend it. In fact, I got no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to make your money back. No problem, and much more. Because you can't fail. You have personal guidance and 95% of the work is done for you. That's been my experience. It's been phenomenal, and I'm sure your experience will be great too.
To book your Freedom Plan call, just visit coursecreatorcall.com and complete the steps that you see. First, you'll see a survey, and after filling out the survey, you'll receive an email with a lot more information about our program, including a virtual tour and other students' experiences.
Hello, my name is Lexi Tavares. I am also known as Healthy Dynamic Life on Instagram. And a couple months ago, I joined Ted's Course Creator Academy. And within the first 29 days, I made over $1,000. I was so excited because I'd been trying to help people lose weight with raw foods for so long with little to no success. Now I know how to sell my course and help hundreds of people achieve results just like I did. So if you're thinking about working with Ted, the Course Creator Academy, I highly recommend it.
What blew my mind about the whole thing was that I'd never sold anything online ever, like nothing. Like, and I'm kind of computer illiterate and I'm 100% hands-on. So the first one we did, the program was $497 US. We made 10 sales. The first run on basically almost like a rough draft, which was pretty amazing for me because it showed me the potential and the amount of potential online sales has. It's really amazing and mind-blowing for a guy that's never sold anything online. It's like the wave of the future, man. If you're not doing online sales, you're kind of getting left behind because this is where things are headed from now on.
How's it so far?
It's good.